Spytter de der rim, som ingen kan flå. Selv når jeg chiller og spiser nachos.
Nachos. Wick, 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 wick. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Castro, and this is...
Michael Novak and Michael Novak TV on Instagram. This is Ray Castro.
Yes, I'm Ray Castro.
You're Ray Castro.
And this is Two Idiots Talking.
Yes.
And today, we're going to talk about the Danish economy. But
Yes.
before we talk about that, Michael, I want to know what's going on, man. All this Corona time. You know the country's opening.
Yeah.
It's
In,
great.
like different phases, right?
I know, but it's actually a good thing that it's opening.
Yeah. I mean, it's
We
gonna
can
be
shop
good.
again.
Yeah, and
We'll go
to
shopping.
a restaurant and like do all
Go to
kinds
the
of
movies.
things. But I'm totally out of practice on this, Ray. I got to be honest with you on this show that we're doing because
Why?
you haven't been that stable lately.
I
Ray.
know.
So
But you
I
know
don't
why?
Why?
I've been making so many songs. Check them out on Spotify. Links in the description.
I just saw that you didn't post anything.
I know.
Not even. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed out there, but Ray has not posted an episode. Then he posted the last episode. And it's just, I don't know, Ray.
We've been
We're
like...
losing it. We're losing it, Ray.
I'm not...
We were in the zone. We were in the zone and Ray ruined it. That's all I'm going to say.
We're still in the zone.
We're in the zone.
We're
and Ray
still in the
ruined
zone.
it.
Everybody calm down. I'm just making a lot of songs in the
Everybody calm
studio.
down.
I'm in the studio a lot writing songs. Do you know how long time it takes to write a song? You know, it takes a lot of time to record it, to mix it, to master it.
So you keep saying, Ray.
It takes a long
Or
time.
maybe you're just slow. I don't know.
That's not true.
Because I feel like I've seen artists be more productive.
That's not true. You know,
That's
there's a lot of artists out there
I
that
feel
can
like you're
only...
distracted a lot, though. From, like, other
Oh,
things.
that's true. Distracted.
Yeah, you're
Definitely.
distracted by
Definitely.
A
But
lot
you
of
know,
other unimportant things, right? Shout out to Lick Roth.
Yeah,
I'm
and
a big
Big.
fan. I'm a big fan.
yeah.
Shout out to Big and Casper Jonge. Shout out.
Shout out to everybody watching the show.
therapy.
And shout out to everybody watching this show. And write a
Yes.
comment if you're watching this show.
I just want to talk about something real quick.
What?
That we made the episode about Danish porn stars, our most successful episode. I wonder why. Now, we talked about the whole real names in terms of, I
Yeah.
told you that Katja Keen's real name was Susie LaCour. And Denise Klarsko,
She commented.
she commented and said that Clear Forest, she said that she uses her own name. And I was sitting there and telling you, like, nobody uses their real name in this industry. But I just want to clarify that she's one of the only ones. I swear to God, I've never heard of anyone who uses their real name. I swear to
But the thing is, I don't know if it's a good thing, you know. Maybe she didn't even notice that she should have changed her name. She didn't even know.
I think it's because she's Danish, you know what I mean? Like,
So the mentality...
she hasn't really gone international, though, because we were talking about Katja Keen, but Katja Keen has been going, you know, she's been one of the biggest porn stars, like, full stop, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Not just in Denmark, but, like, internationally as well. And I just feel like Denise Klarsko has an audience in Denmark, and, like, it's Danish viewers, it's Danish. So perhaps she doesn't really need it, because Denmark's a small country, and, you know,
I think you're right.
It's more sort of dangerous, I think, internationally to be using your own name because there's so many psychopaths out there. You know what I mean?
I know.
There's
'Cause
just adult movies, right?
Adult movie, porn movie. You know what I'm saying? Write a comment if you know what I'm saying,
How
man.
old were you when you watched your first pornographic film, right?
I was too young. Or maybe not too young, but I came to Denmark, just to let you know, I didn't know anything about porn or sex or anything before I came to Denmark. Imagine that. I was 8 years old. In my country, we don't talk about that. You don't walk in a store and see titties and pornographic stuff like that, ever. You don't see that in my country. So when you come to Denmark, I was 8, and you go into the supermarket or something, you see porn magazines and porn DVDs, and I was wondering.
So what you're saying, Ray, is that you came.
I was too young to watch that shit.
You came to Denmark back in the 50s, totally pure and innocent, and then you were destroyed. Then you were destroyed by the Danish pornographic industry and by everything
Yeah.
in Denmark, really. Because you keep saying in these episodes, I came to Denmark, I was 8 years old, I didn't know anything, It sounds
didn't-
like you were ruined here, like fast food and porn.
No.
and, like,
I
everything.
wasn't ruined. I was enjoying life much more than I ever did in South America. So it's a good thing. Just to let you know, a friend of mine invited me to his place, and I think it was 11, 12 years old around this time. And I think his dad was watching some porn or something because the
So you found his dad's porn collection.
So when I saw that and I was like
How
11,
old were
12.
you?
I was
11,
11, 12. I'm not sure. But the thing is that we saw like 70s porn. It was
vintage, right.
It was terrible for me because I was like, what the hell is going on?
Why is there so much hair?
Why is everybody so hairy?
I was I think it was 11 or something, and it wasn't vintage because it was. I'm not that old, but it was also because but it was because there was a channel called Channel Copenhagen. It was called.
Ooh, yeah, Copenhagen. Shout out to that channel.
Yeah. So anyway, that channel, I think it's been closed down now, but it was this very boring sort of local news channel during the day, but then during the night there was a golden hour, like and they changed their times, but it was like around 1, 2 a.m. They would start like airing porn all throughout the night.
Welcome to Denmark, morning. People.
It was just porn for like 6 hours straight. And I remember I would get up. We had one TV. I didn't have a TV in my room or anything. So I would go into the living room during the night and sit there and watch it with like the sound off and and I was sitting there with a remote in case my parents, maybe my mom or dad went out to the bathroom during the night or something like that, and they went by the living room, and I was, and that happened where I had to like shut it off or like turn to another channel and just tell them I couldn't sleep. You know what I mean? So that was, and I think I was 8, 9 years old.
Wow, that's pretty early.
I liked it though. I liked it, but I didn't really understand it. I think fully.
I didn't understand it either. I was 11.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool the fact that you get to see what was under people's clothes. I just remember that was a huge thing for me. Do
you remember what year it was?
My favorite films were the ones where you saw a full-on montage of them removing their clothes, instead of just the movies where you cut from them having clothes on to them having no clothes on. I remember that was a whole thing for me, like watching them take their clothes off.
Wow.
Just because I was intrigued by, what do they have under their... Anyway.
But do you remember what year it was?
What year was it? It must have been around 06, 07.
06, 07.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when... the porn magazines and the porn movies, DVDs and everything was, everybody was buying that shit. But then the internet came along and changed all that. I remember the porn industry changed a lot when the internet got...
But I think the last generation that grew up without the internet. We had phones, and we got the iPhone in 2007, so I was 10 at that point. So, it was around, but I didn't have internet or a computer growing up. I think we got our first family computer when I was 13, and that didn't have internet. And when I was 14 or 15, we got internet, and then, it all, anyway. But, so I didn't grow up with it. I didn't grow up with smartphones. The first smartphone I got was when I was like 16. So, because we still had phones. I remember I had the Motorola clap telephone.
The famous
one. And I got that in 2007 in February. So we had phones, but, it wasn't... The internet wasn't such a big part of our everyday life. I remember everyone in my class didn't have... No one had a computer at home. Maybe one kid did because he was rich or had rich parents.
You had to be rich to have a computer back then.
And so we didn't have any of that stuff. And I remember we had a computer room that was built and introduced when we were in first grade, I think. And then we were allowed to go down there for one lecture once a week, right? And we had to do a math quiz game, whatever. It wasn't so integrated. Actually, it wasn't part of our curriculum whatsoever, the whole use of the internet, which I think is so widely spread now. And it's crazy to think of that we're talking what is this? 15 years ago.
I know.
15 years
That's
ago.
That's why I asked you what
And
year
it wasn't
was.
a part. It wasn't a part of the school system 15 years ago, and now it's such a big part of it. That's
It is.
crazy.
Have you ever downloaded porn through LimeWire or
Ooh.
all these?
I had a long story with LimeWire, brother. I mean,
I'm telling you, I have a long story too.